What do I tell a customer who wants to know why I'm not insured? Wow, that's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by Savvy Cleaner, which is a training company for house cleaners and maids. And if you're asking this question and you're not insured, we have some training for you that can help you learn the ins and outs of the business so that you are an effective business and your company is legal and you're operating at your maximum capacity. All right, so savvycleaner.com. Now, on to today's question, which is from a brand new house cleaner that has this question.
Hi, my name is Ty. I'm from UK, and my question is: when the client asks me why I'm not insured, which I'm not, because I'm just about to start my cleaning business. So when they ask me why I'm not insured, should I say because I'm a new company, or I'm not insured yet because waiting for the money to come in so I can invest in it, or what's the best answer for that question? Thank you, Angela. Bye.
All right, I love the fact that you're getting started in the business and that you're willing to go out and look for clients, even in spite of the fact that money is tight and you don't have insurance yet. Now, instead of pretending like you do, and I've seen house cleaners who do this, they say, oh yes, I'm bonded and insured, and the customer does not ask for a policy number. And then they get to the customer's house and they either don't know what they're doing with cleaning surfaces and cleaning chemicals, and they damage or destroy something, and then the customer expects that they're going to pay for it because they said they were insured, but really they're not. And then they got to pony up the money that they don't have to pay for something that they damaged. So if a customer asks you, are you insured, and you're not, then you need to be really honest with them and say, I'm not insured. You're my first customer. I'm getting started in the business right now. And so the first money that I earn from you is to cover my insurance so that I'm legal moving forward. So what I would like to do is I would like to have you hire me because my intention is to pay for the insurance with my very first earnings. And so I would like for you to be aware, because I don't want to lie to you, to be aware that I'm just starting. And so would that be okay with you if I clean the first time and I'm not insured so that I can get the money so I can become insured, and moving forward, then I'm insured for the rest of my life? Now, if they're not willing to work with you, then you have another problem. You're going to have to go get the money from somewhere else so that you can come back and then be insured. But I would be very honest with your customers because I've seen lots of house cleaners and they lie. And then something really tragic happens and then they got to come up with the money. Now, I don't know if there are house cleaners who have never had to use insurance. It's possible. But the stories that I hear on a day-to-day basis are many of house cleaners that something happened. Either they themselves damaged or destroyed something, or the employees that worked for them damaged or destroyed something. It's always an accident, and no one ever expects that it's going to happen. But it's the same concept of you getting in a $30,000 car and driving at 65 miles an hour on the interstate with no car insurance because you're going to be really careful. But the reality is you don't know the carefulness of all of the drivers around you. And so although you might be super careful and you're not getting in any accidents, it might not even be your fault. But if another uninsured motorist hits you for some reason, they're being crazy, they're texting on their phone, whatever happens, and they hit your car, then suddenly now you have damage to your car. And let's say that they smash your car so that the car door doesn't even open. You can't even climb in through a window because the window and the door are crunched. Now you have to get it fixed. This is not just like a bumper that you can duct tape back onto your car, right? Let's suppose that your car is smooshed and you need to have it repaired. You're going to have to come up with the money to do that in spite of the fact that it wasn't even your fault. Do you see where I'm headed with this? This is the same kind of concept where you go to someone's house and you are responsible for their property. And that's what happens when you're a house cleaner. You are going into another person's home and you are saying, I will be responsible for everything that happens while I'm here. So even if you don't damage it and they say that you do, you are on the hook for replacing or repairing whatever's damaged. Let's say that you use some kind of chemical and it says it's safe to use on wood floors, but it damages the wood flooring because you used it on the wrong kind of wood floor. That's a possibility and it happens all the time. Or if you use the wrong kind of scrubby brush on a stainless steel fridge and you scratch it to pieces, you're responsible for that. And so if a customer asks you, are you insured? You need to say, no, I'm not. I'm not insured, but my first intention, the first money I get is to become insured so I can be a legitimate business. And I say a legitimate business because if you are in business and you are billing yourself as a professional, you do have insurance. All professional businesses have insurance. And so if you are a professional house cleaner, you will have insurance. That is a part of what it takes to be professional. And so if a customer asks you, you must be upfront and you must be honest and say, I don't have insurance and I'm just getting started and I'm looking for one person to give me enough money getting started that I can go get insurance. And if you're uncomfortable with me not having insurance coming to your house, would you mind paying me upfront and I will go get the insurance right now. And the first time I come to your house, I will have insurance. And then if you don't like the work for whatever reason, I will still have insurance, but then I will give you your money back on the next house that I clean. So there are ways around that so that you are still insured and you are protected and your customer is protected. But may I repeat that the purpose of the insurance, it's not because you're going to have to need it. Probably you will at some point. If you have a long enough career in house cleaning, you will probably need it at some point. But the reality is, even if you don't need it now, it's insurance. It's just a peace of mind of knowing if I damage, break, or destroy something, it's not all the money out of my pocket. My insurance policy kicks in. All I got to pay is the deductible, and they will pay the rest. All right, so I hope that helps a little bit. If it does, please pass this on to a friend. If you have questions, leave them in the notes below. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.